Recording in progress.
We'll call the order the Board of Commissioners meeting for Douglas County, Nebraska for Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. Please note that a copy of the Open Meetings Act is located on the north wall of the Legislative Chamber alongside an external defibrillator. Please stand for the pledge. First order of business is the Douglas County Board of Equalization. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Borgeson. Commissioner Kavanaugh. Commissioner Fahey and Commissioner Friend are absent at the Commissioner, oh, they're both here. Okay. Scratch that. Commissioner Fahey, Commissioner Friend are present. Commissioner Morgan. Here. Commissioner Rogers. Mr. Chair.
Here. First, we have items A and B. A being the approval of the minutes of Board of Equalization meeting held Tuesday, November 4th, 2025, and B being a call for a meeting and set Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025 as date for hearing on certified assessment corrections reflecting the addition of omitted property to the tax rolls or increased value on property. Do I have a motion and a second for both? Motion by Morgan, second by Rogers. Please vote.
Motion passes 7-0.
Thank you. Next, we have our resolutions, items C through H, which we can take in block plus adjournment if desired. Yep, go ahead.
Ask a question on that. So, can I ask, is anybody here online from the Worship Prince Hall Grand Lodge and item C, the Iglesia Cristina Pacto de Fe, or the North Omaha Church of Christ? Okay. Then I would move to approve C, as you said, with the removal of 25176 on C. 25, Worship Prince Hall. 25178 on C, which is Iglesia Cristina. And then 25180, the North Omaha Church of Christ. I would move to approve without those items.
I second it.
Okay. So the motion is to approve all resolutions C through H, but specifically in C, we're going to strike, well, not strike, but do separately 25176, 25178, and 25180. That motion was by Rogers and second by Morgan. Any discussion on the remaining items? If not, we'll vote on those items and then take those three separately.
I'll give you one moment, please.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Motion passes 7-0.
Okay, go ahead.
To lay over those three items, 25176, 25178, 25180, I will move to lay those over to December 2nd and adjourn. My rationale is I haven't seen them regularly, and I want to give them a chance to call them, see if they can file, and give the state a chance to make a decision on this exemption.
Okay. Motion to lay over those three items mentioned until the December 2nd meeting. Second by Morgan. Comments or questions on that motion? If not, we'll vote.
Mr. Chair, do we want to include adjournment? with this?
Yeah, I think he mentioned plus adjournment, so yeah, we'll
My
include that.
apologies. Okay. Okay, thank you. Motion passes 7-0.
Thank you. That concludes Board of Equalization. Next, we have our Douglas County Noxious Weed Control Authority. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Borgeson, Commissioner Kavanaugh, Commissioner Fahey, Commissioner Friend, Commissioner Morgan, Commissioner Rogers, Mr. Chair.
Here. First item is item 1, approval of the minutes of the Noxious Weed Control Authority meeting held on Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. Do I have a motion and second? So moved. Motion by Morgan, second by Rogers. Please vote.
Motion passes 7-0.
Next, we have a resolution placing special assessments on property in Douglas County. I don't know if Mr. Reed was going to comment or if we just want to go right in. Okay, we'll go right in. Comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion to approve. Second. Motion by Rogers, second by Morgan, and we'll vote. Oh, including adjournment. If the board's okay with that? Yes? Okay.
Motion passes 7-0.
Thank you. That adjourns the Douglas County Noxious Weed Control Authority. Next, we will go into the Douglas County Board of Corrections. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Kavanaugh, Commissioner Fahey, Commissioner Friend, Commissioner Morgan, Commissioner Rogers, Mr. Chair.
Here. First, we have our approval of the minutes of the Board of Corrections meeting held Tuesday, October 28th, 2025. Do I have a motion and second? So moved. Motion by Morgan, second by Rogers. Please vote.
Motion passes 7-0.
Thank you. And next, we'll go into our report from the Director of Corrections, Director Myers.
Good morning. Excuse me. Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Michael Myers, Director of Corrections for Douglas County. You have before you our board report for the month of October. Following the fourth month of the fiscal year, we are $1,826,579 under budget. I do want to remind the board that we have some significant expenditures regarding projects that are upcoming during this fiscal year, so that projection of being under budget is largely accounted for. $335,209 were spent on overtime costs in October. This is a reduction of about $30,000 from the previous month. Our records division processed $730,000 in bond payments. 5 officers below the rank of sergeant left employment in October. This included 2 from our current academy class, 1 that left during field training from our previous class, and 1 officer who retired. 13 cadets are expected to graduate from the training academy on November 21st. And as of October 31st, we were 101% staffed among all correctional officer ranks. I want to offer a special congratulations to Officer Randy Johnson, who retired after serving Douglas County for over 36 years. We are finally seeing the original crew from our house arrest program, the program that started in the 1980s, are finally retiring. We still have 1 more left from the original staff. Turning to enclosure number 2, Community Corrections and Reentry Services, the Sanction Center and Transitional Discharge Center placed 16 individuals into community corrections, saving 85 jail bed days. Work release admitted 30 individuals, house arrest admitted 50 individuals, and RAP admitted 25 individuals. 64 individuals were admitted into therapeutic community housing units. There are currently 131 individuals on the GED wait list, and there are 73 active students. 4 individuals achieved a GED. 10 individuals were referred to the intensive outpatient treatment program, and 14 individuals received substance use disorder evaluations. Pretrial Services implemented a new software system, which went live on October 14th. However, well, and actually, since I've typed this, these reports have been verified, so you'll get them next month. There were reporting functions that were still in a testing phase, so some data was incomplete. But year-to-date data will be available and accurate once the reports have been verified. I was able to get some limited data that are collected by other systems. 590 individuals participated in the 24/7 sobriety program, and 175 individuals were supervised via GPS monitors. 3,722 jail bed days were saved. Theoretically, pretrial release saved Douglas County $632,740 in detention costs in October. Enclosure number 3, compliance. Regular reporting on all compliance-related data continues. Our PREA, or Prison Rape Elimination Act, audit will occur the second week of December. The National Commission on Correctional Health Care, or NCCHC, audit will occur in 2026 at a date to be determined, and the American Correctional Association audit will occur in either October or November of 2026. Turning to enclosure number 4, population. There are 1,285 admissions. This is only the second month of this year that we were under 1,400 admissions. There were 1,288 releases. Our high count was 1,149. Our low count was 1,069. Our average daily population was 1,109, basically remained the same. It was a decrease of 2 from the previous month. The average length of stay for inmates released in October overall was 29 days. 52.9% of inmates stayed longer than 72 hours, and their average length of stay was 53 days. 41.7% of inmates were released within 72 hours of being booked, and their average length of stay was 1.4 days. There are 112 custodial sanctioned bed days. That is an increase. The U.S. Marshal population increased. The average daily felony pretrial population was 763. That was an increase of 3. The average daily misdemeanor population, pretrial population, was 131. That was a slight decrease. Probation violations increased. 20% of our population were between the ages of 18 and 24. 66% of our population were minorities. 15% of our population were female, and 18% of our population were homeless or nearly homeless. Turning to enclosure number 5, medical and mental health. There are 1,066 intake screenings. There are 399 health and physical assessments. There are 25 emergent medical care transports. 10 of those were by 911. There were 5 hospital admissions. There were 14 total days of hospitalization. There were 37 off-site medical appointments, specialty appointments. We did 148 initial psychiatric assessments and 359 initial mental health assessments. 104 individuals were placed on suicide precautions, and 183 individuals went through drug or alcohol detox protocols. There was 1 petition for the Board of Mental Health that was approved. We currently have a wait list for the Lincoln Regional Center of 14, and there are currently 24 individuals at the Lincoln Regional Center. 3 individuals were administered a total of 5 doses of Narcan or Opvee. Turning to enclosure number 6, security operations in our honor guard. Our crisis negotiation team was deployed 3 times in October, 2 of which were in conjunction with CERT. Issues addressed included a court-ordered blood draw and completion of medically mandated showers. 2 of these incidents did require physical force to complete the objective. However, no injuries were reported. Our Correctional Emergency Response and Transport Team, otherwise known as CERT, was deployed 6 times in October. 2 were in conjunction with the Crisis Negotiation Team. Issues addressed included 2 court-ordered cell extractions and medically mandated showers. There were 6 searches conducted. Recovered items included altered headphones, batteries and gambling-related items, an altered comb, a damaged chair, social media usernames, and discolored paper, which did ultimately test positive for K2. Our honor guard supported the funeral services of a former DCDC officer last month. Staff injuries, we had 3 staff members who had been assaulted, 3 were injured during use of force incidents, and 2 were injured during training. Enclosure number 7, staff development, wellness, and retention. There was 139 applications received for correctional officer interviews, for positions, and 30 interviews were conducted. 13 cadets are expected to graduate from the training academy this Friday on November 21st. TAP, our Tactical Athlete Program, the 4-day training is ongoing for all staff. We are approaching the halfway point in getting all of our staff trained in this new self-defense and use of force curriculum. Non-custody staff are receiving a 1-day self-defense version of TAP. We hope to have all staff trained in our new self-defense and use of force model. It may not be by the end of the year, but it'll be early next year. Policy updates regarding the TAP and Strategic Inmate Management and SIM are ongoing and being completed. 13 staff members utilized the Wellness and Retention Office, and 3 of our staff members were referred to external mental health resources. Other noteworthy items: we held our first crisis intervention training, or CIT class, since before the pandemic in October. CIT is widely known as one of the top-of-the-line training for assisting individuals who are experiencing a mental health crisis. CIT is an in-depth 40-hour training. We trained 18 staff members, including correctional officers, medical staff, and support staff. We intend to have a CIT class once each quarter until the new mental health edition is open approximately 1 year from now. CIT certification will be one of the requirements to be assigned to the new edition. And this last item, this actually occurred already. Some of you were present, so I appreciate that. Preparations for our Lasting Legacy Award ceremony and the permanent display where the awardees will be honored will be ready for the ceremony on November 13th. Lasting Legacy honors former DCDC employees who left it a better place. The award is open to all ranks and roles. Nominees for the award must have worked for DCDC for at least 15 years and left employment in good standing in order to be considered. 7 of our staff will be inducted, bringing the total so far to 18. Those honored so far have retirement dates ranging from 1992 to 1994 to 2022. From here forward, ceremonies will be held on an annual basis during Corrections Week each May. Ready for your questions.
Thank you, Director Myers. We'll go into discussion, starting with Commissioner Kavanaugh.
Thank you. Thanks for this. The average daily population seems to have notched down a couple at about 1,100. That's always a good thing to see. And staffing seems to be at an all-time high. The overall is over 100%, and the CO1s are 102. How do you account for that?
So that my goal is to average 100%. We will at times be slightly above and times be slightly below. Those that slightly over 102% is considering our cadets who are currently in the academy. So that usually when we hire a new academy, which we try to do quarterly, it'll bump us over that 100% mark, and then we'll gradually get down to maybe slightly under by the time we have our next academy.
Sure. And we've talked about this a little bit before. If you go to pages 11 and 12, well, actually, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you've got these, kind of staffing info and how they're apportioned. And we talked about the look back on these, which we have, if you go to page 7 on corrections officer staffing, comparison, look back a year. But if we go to the next page, I don't know why these colors are the way they are, but is it just to help us discern the different columns?
Yes, so like the correctional officer staffing, it's the authorized is the blue and the actual on hand is the green.
No, and the one below, and the overtime.
Oh, sure. It's just it's a different color for each month.
Style thing?
Yes.
Okay. And where the corrections officer staffing is done, on a single page, this overtime thing, these have to be laid over on this. Could we do it on just one graph? I think they're getting to the information we want, which is a comparison, but we have it on the same graph on the corrections officers thing.
So
I'm looking for like disparities in those columns. Quick look.
I did look into that, Commissioner.
It's no big thing. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
It has to do with how the databases are programmed. They're set to reset at each fiscal year. So to
We've
give
got
you
an
the look,
average length of stay of 29 days with 47% plus staying less than 72 hours. But the big bulk of that, it seems, and this is constant, is the felony population, pretrial. 763, so 70% of our population. That stays pretty static, right?
it's always the vast majority of our population are felony pretrial, yes.
So this less than 72 hours cohort, 47% of our population, those are pretty much all misdemeanor cases?
They can be, or they're people they could be felonies where they were able to post their bond.
If they posted their bond, are they still in the population?
No, they would be most likely over on our pretrial release.
You're
yes.
saying they post their bond right away.
So they got, either the judge let them out or they were able to pay the bond that was set. We chose that 20.
Significant number on felony cases.
I would assume, I don't have that data. I would have an assumption that most of those are misdemeanors, but I would have to verify that.
Yeah. I've done a lot of felonies, and
Yes.
very few get out in 72
Correct.
hours on a bond thing.
5 seconds.
However, we're done?
Yep.
Okay, we'll come back.
All right. All right, questions or comments? Do you want to stick around, Commissioner?
We got a marshal population here, which is relatively minor, but I couldn't read the actual number. And the notation on it says the marshal population was up. It doesn't look from the graph like it's up significantly, but could you tell me what the exact marshal population is? That's U.S. Marshal.
Yes, I believe that is 57 was our average daily.
5'7"?
Yes.
Okay. And that's just a negligible variation in population?
Correct.
Okay. We aren't holding anybody other than marshals and OPD?
Well, we would hold anybody that's here on local or state charges. The most of our arrests come from the Omaha Police Department, but the Douglas County Sheriff's Office, the Nebraska State Patrol, all those individuals who have jurisdiction within our county.
Okay. The only ones we break out, it seems, are OPD and marshals?
In terms of contracts?
Well, I don't know if we have contracts with these other people, but the breakout seems to be, okay, the bulk of it is Omaha Police Department, and then there's these 57 U.S. Marshal ones. But there would be, in, in, in addition to that, what you're saying, Douglas County Sheriff arrests, I suppose people like Ralston or Valley or Bennington.
Correct. And the reason that they're separated from OPD is OPD has a lot of arrests that are on OPD city ordinance violations.
Right.
The other arresting agencies are going to be putting individuals in custody who are on state charges, and we have no means to recoup those costs, so they're not counted in our contracted bids.
And I looked for the demographics here, and it looks like we are, again, on page 40, overwhelmingly majority, minority. It looks like 60+% again.
66, yeah.
right? I always note you're not responsible for that, but that seems to be a constant metric as we go forward. Troubling. Some of the other commissioners, Garcia and Borgeson and I were at the ceremony of the jail this week, and I got to say it was really a good thing to see people come out and be recognized for their contribution to a tough part of public service.
Absolutely.
So it's a good thing to do. Keep it up.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go to Commissioner Borgeson.
Hi, Mike. Can you, or do you know off the top of your head, the off-site specialty appointments that equate to 37?
Yes.
Can you provide at some time what those are for? Is there a theme? Is there a, top 3 that people go to?
I can, I wouldn't want to guess wrong, but it would be things like dialysis, maybe some orthopedic special appointments, some